What's up, ladies and gents? How's it going? This is the Blackbird's Feather here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what we're doing at the moment. So, if you watched the last video, you'll remember that we were flooded in the living room. It was underwater, and well, we were pretty demoralised at the time. But you know what? It's picking up a little bit now. So we've managed to sort of dry. We've dried out the floor. We've got all the carpet up. That's all gone now, and we've managed to dry out the floor. Went over it with a little bit of sort of concrete cleaner as well, just to make sure that it was all okay once it was dry. Just sort of, get rid of some of the muck and crap and stuff like that. And obviously I said about our priorities changing, where we're now going to be doing this living room, and well, I've started. So first thing I did was in that corner, I removed all that concrete and stuff that was inside that step bit, and then I looked at the step and went, well, I don't actually want it, so I've gone ahead and got rid of it, and in doing so, I've also taken up half the wall. So that's what it looks like at the moment. It's an absolute disaster over there, but basically, I've taken the wall down in that area. The plasterboard is gone because it was rubbish. Interesting. It's very interesting, actually. I mean, it sort of looks like there used to be a window there at some point, based on the archway, and yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's a bit of extra work because. If I go over here, it sort of needs a bit of plastering in sort of that area, I think, because that is all exposed stone down there. The bottom bit, as I said before, actually still needs, the bitumen is knackered, so still need to get rid of that. Still need to waterproof that and whatnot. So basically, just going to just going to sort out the bitumen at the bottom. Just going to do a bit of plastering, get some waterproofer in there. And sort of that'll sort of block that area off. That'll make sure that's nice and watertight. And then we'll go ahead and obviously get some plasterboard on there and put a new plasterboard on there. The battens themselves are fine, which is really good. Very happy about that. So that's going to save me some money. So don't need to replace those. They look pretty good. So yeah, get that sorted. Of course, doesn't really solve like the full problem, because waterproofing from the inside is not particularly good. In fact, if anything, you're probably sort of trapping the moisture in there. But I don't really have a lot of choice, because behind that wall is, it's next door's garden, but the next door's garden is about 3/4 of the way up the wall. So there's like a shed behind here, and the bottom of the shed is like there, up on the wall. So it's miles off the ground. So I can't really, get to that area outside, which is a bit of a pain. So what I might do is eventually I might pop around there and talk to the neighbour and see whether maybe I can have a look at the exterior there, and maybe sort of redo some of the rendering or something like that. Maybe get another waterproof layer in there or something. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, it's a bit difficult to get to the exterior there. So it's about the best I can do, and it's not brilliant, but hopefully it will just stop it flooding again, because for the love of God, I don't want it to flood again. So, yeah, but anyway, that's all coming out now, that's all good. So that's quite a big exercise, but at the same time, it's something I can just do over time. It's not too bad. I've done the other one as well, whilst I'm at it, so got the fireplace bit in the middle, but I've also destroyed the other one on the other side to see what's going on there. It's just a big slab of stone underneath that brick over there. So the plan is I'm going to get rid of those bricks, sort of where the step is. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to keep the fireplace ones over here. This is all blocked, by the way. This is just an electric fireplace here. But what I'm going to do is the sort of arch bit that goes up there, that bit, that is just rubbish. I don't like it. So I think I'm going to get rid of that top bit there, everything that goes all the way up there. And I'll just keep the layer of bricks on the bottom. And then I'll probably sort of over in that corner over there, I'm going to get rid of those bricks in there, and I'm probably just going to maybe go with some wood or something, because that is a massive, massive slab of stone. I could break it up, but I don't need to. I don't think I need to, because that seems particularly fine. The other reason that I don't think I'm going to break that up is because on the other side of that particular bit of the wall, so obviously, as I said, that wall over there, there's next door's garden and whatnot, but then there's a break, and then it turns into our garden. So behind that particular wall there, I can get to that, because there's a little sort of, it just goes around the side of the house, and it's a dead end. But I can get to that exterior, so I can actually waterproof that from the exterior. So I don't need to access the bottom of the wall there and do any of that. I probably will still go ahead and put some liquid rubber in that corner, because around that side out there, does tend to block a little bit. There's a little sort of a layer of water can form when the weather's really, really bad. Luckily though, we have unblocked the drain that was out there, so that water now actually flows a hell of a lot better, which is really, really good. So it's the same wall, but 3 different things are going to happen because of access on the other side. Basically, that's just it, really. So yeah, the front here, yeah, we're just going to do that. Obviously, this plasterboard here, that's up here, that's also going to come away because I want to check that the chimney is like fully sealed in and stuff like that. I do just want to make sure of that. Obviously, do need to be a little bit careful. Possible asbestos in there, don't know. Probably not, but you can never be too safe. So we'll obviously go full PPE for that. But no, otherwise, it's all right. You know, we're doing okay. We also have a new boiler, by the way. I didn't mention in the flooding video, but around about the same time as we flooded, the boiler, well, we had a service done, and it was absolutely knackered. So a lot of the pipes inside were corroded, and in general, it was quite dangerous, which is really annoying because actually it was working okay, like it was heating the place, it was doing all right, but yeah, it turned out it was actually a little bit knackered. So we do have a new boiler now. Take you to go see it, I suppose. Yeah, so that was less than ideal. So we come into the kitchen here. So brand new boiler on the wall now with a mobile thermostat, which is really, really nice. Not that you can really see it all that well, but yeah, the old one's gone and we've got that new boiler in place now. So that's obviously going to keep us nice and warm because it's very energy efficient, but $3 down the pan. So, you know, it's just one of those. It's just been a really, really difficult few weeks. And certainly Katie, my other half, and Holly, I think are feeling the stress a little bit because there's just carnage everywhere, just so much going on. I'm doing okay. Like I think because I'm seeing the progress firsthand because I'm doing it, and I know where we're at because it's all in my head. You know, I know how long this is going to take and things like that. I think it's slightly less stressful for me. Whereas when Katie walks in, it's just, oh my god, the whole place is being destroyed. What's happening? And it's obviously, you know, it's not the nicest thing, is it? You know, having your home just completely destroyed, and yeah, I can imagine it's very difficult for her, but no, we're doing all right. You know, it's going okay. I think we just need to crack on now. Just going to start getting some plaster on the walls. Going to start doing that. So the other thing is, when I destroyed the plasterboard, that is just an air gap behind the wall. I think I mentioned it before, but it was just an air gap. So there's definitely going to be some insulation going in there. So probably going to at the bottom. Where it's sort of a little bit sort of more where the water is and where it's a little bit colder. I think I'm going to go with some of the big thick foam ones. You get the big foam panels. I think I'll get them. But as we go further up, I might just get the rolls, the insulation rolls of like wool, and you know, it's that lovely fluffy stuff. I'll probably just get that in there at the top, and that's going to make a hell of a difference, I think. So that wall sort of faces southeasterly, so it's not going to make a difference in terms of like prevailing winds hitting the building and stuff like that. But it would be the wall behind me, be the stairs, because that faces east, northeast. So that's going to be the wall that's going to make the big difference. But of course, insulating that is going to be very difficult because of the stairs. So that's going to be the one that we're going to build the battens on ourselves. We're probably just going to do. It's not going to be the thickest layer of insulation ever, but it will make a difference. I just know it's going to make a difference. So the other thing that we've decided to do is with the floor. The concrete is incredibly cold. So one thing we have decided to do is, as well as when we do lay the carpet, we're going to get the nice thick underlay. I'm also going to go with some of the backing boards. They're just like 6mm backing boards that you can lay, and we can tile adhesive them down to the ground. And that's just going to be another fantastic layer of insulation. So ultimately this room is going to be lovely and warm, and it's going to be a really, really nice place to be. You know, it's the beating heart of the house, as I've said before. But at the moment, it just looks like an absolute shit tip. And you know, it's well, it's a project, isn't it? But no, we're doing okay. So I hope you guys are enjoying so far. I'm going to sort of keep going at this, really. I'll introduce you to Katie and Holly at some point, of course. I need to do that. But otherwise, no, the renovation's going really well, and yeah, plodding on pretty nicely. So see you later.